Peace, everyone. Peace. How is going? We are out here, outside of the hotel once again. Beautiful day. It's been raining yesterday, but it's still a beautiful day. So you can see, got the top. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just breathing in that good ass prana, that fresh ass air. Look, nothing can get better than that air you breathe every single day. Am I right? But anyways, though, today I'm going to be making an episode about money magnetism, how to magnetize yourself to money. I really want to help people get a better understanding to money, because money only goes to those who speak about it. Money goes to those who understand it. Money goes to those who love it. And I don't mean lust for it, but I mean love it in the sense of you love it like you love your brother, you love your mother type stuff, like family love, not like love like greed. You know what I'm saying? Money goes to those who know how to multiply it, and money goes to those who speak about it, right? So that's just how money works. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give as much value as I possibly can in this video, you know what I'm saying, to really give people an understanding of how money works. Now understand this, to begin anything, every dollar you earn, save 10%. In other words, if you have $1, save 10 cents. If you have $100, save $10, right? It's all about what you save, you know? With that being said, how you doing? We're gonna go into now the really nit and grit about money magnetism. Now, first things first, how does one magnetize themselves to money? Well, first you have to know how much you want, right? I hear a lot of people say, I want a lot of money. I want lots of money. How much? It's lots. How much is a lot? You know what I'm saying? Because we have to understand a person without goals is like a ship without a navigator inside of it. You're just letting the ship go off into the sea, no person inside of it navigating it. It just goes off and it barely hits the goddamn, it barely takes off and goes into the shore, right? When a person has goals, it's like a person being inside the ship guiding it to the next destination, right? So there's a great psychological truth behind knowing exactly how much you want, because money is numbers. It's all math. This is getting into numerology, right? So we must understand that when we speak about numbers, always have an exact amount. Second, right? There are two ways of making money, of earning money. There are only two ways that I know of earning money, which is people at work and money at work, right? If you follow my Facebook page, I follow ET. You know what I'm saying? I followed your boy ET. He's a really world-class coach. And after watching one of his videos, he put the definition up of work, and I looked it up, of course, to kind of sort of not fully go into what he's talking about, but I wanted to do my own research, so I looked up the word and it matched. So work is something that is either mental or physical. It's a mental or physical activity aimed at achieving some type of goal or some type of goal or product or thing, you know what I'm saying? So when we talk about work, you must understand that you have to work to get something, because there are no such thing as something for nothings, and there are no get rich quick schemes. Moving on, there are 3 strategies to making money. I got my notes here so that way I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? There are 3 strategies for making money. The first way, 96% of the population does this, and they only make 1% of the money, and that is time for money. In other words, labor. Now, when you're always working for money, you're not going to make that much money because you're working just for money. You don't have any other goals, just money. And when you're always working just for money, it's a never-ending cycle. Therefore, you'll never be happy, because money is numbers. Numbers never end. You'll always be chasing money. You'll always be chasing it. The second way, right? The second way is money for money. So like stock markets, you know what I'm saying? You're trading your dollars for dollars. You're having your money work for you. You know, there's 2 ways of earning money: people at work and money at work. And when you learn how to make your money work for you, you always get a percentage of what you're putting into it, right? Again, there is no something for nothing. Money is a medium of exchange, right? It's a currency. It's a form of energy. You know what I'm saying? Money even stands for my own natural energy yield. So we must understand that money is a subclass to the emotional bank balance. The emotional bank balance is what we need to be paying attention to. Once you learn how to control your emotions, you control your money, period. Because you're not emotionally buying things, you're actually intellectually and strategically buying things, you know? Now, I'm not saying don't love your life and don't go buy things that make you happy on some fundamental level, because the money don't buy happiness, but don't buy things that don't contribute to your growth. But at the same time, remember that everything you do at this point matters, you know? It all matters. So make sure that you're buying assets, not liabilities, in other words. And the last one will be bundling time for multiple sources of income. Now, multiple sources of income does not mean multiple jobs. Multiple sources of income is setting yourself up and positioning yourself to make money, have your money work for you, and you also have there's two kinds of incomes. There's passive and there's passive and active. So when you put your money to work, that's passive, right? You don't have to work. But when you're working for money, that is active income, right? The law of compensation states that the money that you earn in life will be an exact ratio for the need for what you do, which is the demand for what you do, the need for what you do, your ability to do it, the supply, right? And the difficulty there is in replacing you. So we must understand that the only thing you need to focus on is your ability to do something. Because the need for what you do will never go away. Experts are always in demand. And sales is the highest paid profession. Everything's a form of selling. Like, me making this video is selling. I'm selling to you an idea, right? Only thing is I have to close the idea, but in the sense of like, all right, do you actually want to work with me? And then we actually both have to mutualize that with each other. I don't know if I want to work with you. You don't know if you want to work with me. So there's a getting to know process before we even work together, right? We must understand that we have two limits. There are two barriers to success. And as Earl Nightingale says, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So we must understand that there are two barriers to success. There's an eternal barrier and there's an external barrier. There's our mental conditioning and our environment. Mental conditioning meaning the ideas and seeds that we have, and our environment meaning like dirt, but not dirt in the sense of there's a seed to dirt metaphor. The dirt meaning the people you hang around, the things you're investing in, the things you're learning, and the seed being your ideas, your mental, your mindset, your psyche, right? So if you do not have these things in alignment with what you want, you will never get to where you want to go or where you want to be. And therefore, you'll be a lost soul. There are two things that contribute to failure, right? An absence of awareness and a lack of information. So studying is a lifelong process. You have to if you want to consistently grow, you have to study. And when you're studying something, you're learning something, because we must realize that learning is a lifelong process. They give you these commencement speeches or these letting go parties, for colleges, and they don't tell you, college don't tell you, or schools don't tell you that learning is a lifelong process. You have to learn your whole life. I have to learn how to use this phone. I have to learn how to write. I have to learn how to speak, right? Learning is a lifelong process. You never stop learning. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I got some notes back here to kind of guide me through it. Of course, I got to put my originality in it, you know what I'm saying? But again, this video is made primarily towards money magnetism. I got these notes here to kind of sort of help steer me and navigate me through, because, man, my memory can be shot sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I can't rely on these too often, though, you know what I'm saying? Because your boy got to develop his mind and memory. It's not about memory necessarily, but all about mind. Because all is mind, the universe is mental. In other words, if you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. You know? And that's just point blank period. But there are two things that, okay, I got those. Okay, we are only limited. These are our limits. So I gave you what contributes to I gave you what contributes to failure, and you know what we are the barriers to success. Now, these are our limits. We are only limited by two things: a weakness of attention and a poverty of imagination. In other words, the things that truly limit us is us not paying attention because you first pay with your attention, right? So you are limited by how much you pay attention and how you use your imagination to reason with what you're going into, because reasoning is our inductive factor. But when you're always doubting and worrying, being deductive, you're always tearing something apart and therefore being apathic, which means the expression of doubt. Or aporia, you're being apathic, but it emanates from the word aporia, which means the expression of doubt. So when you're always doubting, when you're always being uninterested in what you're getting into, of course you're not going to retain anything, because going into the law of exchange, you get what you give. Whatever you put into something is exactly what you're going to get back. So you must understand that when you're always doubting, worrying, and being fear-based, you're going to always receive those things. You know what I'm saying? Fear is false evidence appearing real. And faith is the ability to look at the unknown and still expect excellence. We must understand that our mind is a magnet. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at these notes. Our mind is a magnet. And we literally attract everything we are thinking about. We literally become what we think about. So if you're thinking success, prosperity, abundance, you will attract things that are fruitful. But if you're thinking, again, poverty, limitation, poor, you're going to get negative experiences. Now, what does poor mean? Poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. And what does rich mean? Realizing I create happiness. Happiness is something we create. You know what I'm saying? Once you know how long you have to live, you will realize that life is precious. Nature is metal. Yes, we know nature is metal, but life is precious. So if you can create if you can make each moment something memorable, because we create memories, right? So we make and create memories. So when you learn that, when you realize that you are a co-creator of your reality, that you have the power to create each moment, you know what I'm saying? You can shift your paradigm. Right, you can shift your paradigm to prosperity consciousness, to success consciousness, to solar consciousness, right? To God consciousness, right? So on and so forth. We must understand that to magnetize ourselves to money, again, we have to use this tool called visualization. Through meditation, you must be visualizing the life that you truly want. Again, ask yourself, what do you want? Right? Auto-suggestion. Suggest to yourself, okay, do I really want this or do I want this? And then talk to yourself. It's called self-talk. We talk just like, nah, I don't think I want that for real. That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? These are forms of auto-suggestion, self-talk, affirmations like I am awesome, I am cool, I am successful, I am rich, I am a rich millionaire, I am infinite money, I am literally a God. As Jesus said, we are gods, therefore I am a God. When you use these affirmations, auto-suggestion, self-talk, when you do these things in a combination, an alignment, you'll attract everything you need. It's all about understanding, because again, faith based upon understanding is the key to freedom. In other words, the more you understand, the more you will be influenced. But do not lean on your own understanding. It's by itself. Remember that you have to seek consultation and expert advice. Or knowledge, excuse me. You have to seek consultation and knowledge, because leaning on your own understanding itself can lead to solipsism, egocentrism, right? Narcissism, right? All these things are not necessarily, they're not good qualities of a human being, although they can be they're a part of us all. This is getting into duality, but it also goes into a singularity in the sense of oneness. Everyone has these qualities. It just so happens to permit off of other people more than others, right? So again, how do you magnetize yourself to money? First, you must know how much you want. Write it down, right? Then when you write how much money when you write how much money you want down, an exact number, you then write down what you plan to give in exchange for the money that you want. And these are rules from the Think and Grow Rich book, and they're really true, because as the man from Amazon said, Jeff Bezos, when you become customer centric, you will attract everything, right? So With that being said, we must understand that when you write, after you get the numbers down, you write down exactly what you're going to give in exchange for it. You read it out loud. Read it out loud. And then you rewrite exactly, you're going to rewrite it again, but you're going to write it all together, right? Even write the number, like you can write the number out as like 8 and then 0, 0, so on and so forth, but actually spell it out. Like spell everything out. Like 8, EIGHT, MIL, you know what I'm saying? Do the whole 9 yards. Write the numbers and write the, you know what I'm saying? Do the whole 9 yards. Meditate on it. Meditate on your mortality. Meditate on it, because the science of getting rich is an exact science, right? Money is the byproduct of value creation. In other words, it is the harvest. In other words, it is the harvest of our production. We must understand that it is not only is it a medium of exchange, but it's something that we use to trade. Right? It's a trading mechanism. It's a trading system behind money. You know what I'm saying? We must understand that we cannot earn money without understanding the laws. You know what I'm saying? The only place that makes money is a mint, because they literally take trees down, they cut them up, and they bring it into a paper-like substance, and then they put ink and paper. It's basically paper with ink on it. That's what the physical money is, paper with ink on it. It's just an idea. You know what I'm saying? Money really is energy. It's a currency. And when you learn that, you know what I'm saying, you will then magnetize yourself to it. Why? Because now you have a deeper understanding about how it works. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, to change your life is to change the way you understand it. In other words, to change your life, you must change your perception, your paradigm. Right? A paradigm, again, is nothing more than someone else's fixed ideas and someone else's habits transferred over to you, because as an infant, you were basically a sponge. You absorbed everyone else's ideas, everyone else's habits. You learn how to talk, walk, and act like everyone else around you. Simon says, monkey see, monkey do. Right? What would they say? Finders, keepers, losers, weepers, right? That's all it is. We're a bunch of kids and we're afraid to grow up. And the more we grow, the more afraid we get, because we're closer to our end date. Death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. And that is why I meditate on my mortality, because I use that inspiration for something positive. I know I am here for a brief moment in time. We all are. You know what I'm saying? No one lives forever and no one's omniscient. With that being said, you have to create the reality you want. If you are not liking the results that you are getting right now in the present moment, you have to be willing and able to change your paradigm. That's the only way you can get control of your future. The paradigm is literally the greatest psychological discovery for prosperity consciousness that I've came across. And I have recently discovered the greatest psychological discovery for success consciousness. Understanding what success is, that is, because again, success is a progressive realization. Progressive meaning continuous. It is non-stop. The progressive realization, which means you have an epiphany, like, oh, okay, you understand. The realization, the understanding, the development, right? The progressive realization of a worthy ideal. In other words, of a valuable idea. Right? What does value mean? Something that is important, significant, or useful. What is an asset? Something that is valuable or useful. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we must understand that value is nothing more than a game of perception. Right? Because you can be an asset to anyone. You can be an asset to everyone and anyone. But it's all about how you study. It's all about what you get into. Temet no see, know thyself. Do you even know who you are? Right? Because trying to describe yourself like trying to bite your own teeth. You see, Keontae Edwards, that's just my name. Those are 2 words. My mom gave those to me, but that's not me. And then you can say, this is me. But this isn't me either. This is my body. I won't call into work saying body won't come in today. You know what I'm saying? I say my body. My head, my hands, my name. Who am I? And that's an interesting question. And the more one dives deep into that question, the more that the universe only reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their heart. You know what I'm saying? So the more you dive into that question, the more you're going to get more revelations, the more epiphanies, right? And the more you discover about yourself, the more you will discover about other people, because we are all essentially the same. We all got integumentary system. We all got skin cells. We all got muscular systems. We all got nervous systems. We all got cardiovascular systems or circulatory systems, right? We all got skeletal systems. You know what I'm saying? We all have brains. We all have pituitary glands. We all have pineal glands, right? We must understand that we are all essentially the same. We are not special because we're different. We are significant because we're the same. And what makes you as an individual unique is that no one else can be you. That is your superpower. No one else can be you. And another one of your superpowers is breathing. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. You feel me? No one else can be you, and you can actually. And every time you take a breath, that is an opportunity. Every breath you take is another opportunity. So we must understand that there is an abundance of opportunity. There is no lack. And if you feel like there is a lack, then that means that this gives me the assumption that you must feel that God is nullifying his works, because everything can exhaust. It all goes away. Everything physical is practically inexhaustible. It just takes time for itself to regrow. And the formless stuff, such as air, thought, light, the formless stuff is inexhaustible. It can never go away. It's never going to go away. You know what I'm saying? The world, the universe, the cosmos is abundant, right? It is abundant. It is fruitful. It is infinite. It is vast. It is literally intellectually inconceivable. It is intellectually incomprehensible. In other words, it is so vastly, inconceivably big that it will literally take a lifetime to understand it. And even then, you will have to reincarnate into another person or being to understand again. Right? Don't just work for money. Don't just work for money. Money is a great tool. It is a great servant. But do not let it become your master. Because when you're always chasing money, you become the rat. Learn how to attract money. Become more valuable. Become more useful. How do you do that? By being more grateful for the things you have, first of all. By showing others appreciation. By showing people that they're important, and by letting them know that they're significant. Right? All you gotta do is let a person know that they're significant, show them appreciation, and let them know how important they are. And when you do that for each and every person, well, then you can just say, it feels so good to be alive, baby. Why? Because you get what you give. So again, each person you meet, just uplift them, enlighten them, and empower them. Shout out to Will Smith, because he gave me that advice. Each person you meet, uplift them, tell them how good they look. Tell them their hair doesn't matter. They're ugly, they can be ugly. If they have nice shoes, don't compliment their looks, compliment their clothing. Just compliment something. No one's really ugly, it's all perception, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But at the same time though, find something nice to say. Let them feel good, uplift them, and then enlighten them on the behalf of, hey, do you know you can do this? There are so many opportunities. If your way is not working, try mine. You know what I'm saying? If your way is not working, if you're not liking the results you're getting in your life, try mine. You might get something good. Right? And then after you enlighten them, empower them by saying, you got this, you can do this. All you have to do is focus. Make a committed, decide to be successful. Make a committed decision to be successful. You are powerful beyond measure. You are literally a sovereign being, a self-ruling entity. You are autonomous, self-governing. governmental. We're here to govern ourselves, right? If you, as a wise man once told me, if you are not your own doctor, you're a fool. You know what I'm saying? If you are not your own doctor, you're a fool. Because why would we go to doctors who are sick? It is no measure of good health to go. It is no measure of good health to be, it is no measure of good health to be profoundly adjusted to it is no measure of good health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. In other words, do not go to a sick doctor if you want to get healthy. One more time. It is no measure of good health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. In other words, do not go to a sick doctor if you want to get healthy. Health is wealth. 7-day vegan challenge. I'm no saint though. You know what I'm saying? I'm still pushing myself into this. I'm becoming more plant-based. Right? Grapes, avocados, peaches, pears, oranges, dates, I think it's called spigurella. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's in my kombucha. But kombucha is delicious. You know what I'm saying? I think it says spinach, greens, right? Go plant-based. Broccoli, right? Carrots. All these things are good for you. These are good for you. These are veggie. These are things that are organic, natural, come naturally from the earth, like the trees, like the grass that comes from your grass. It's organic, and we are organisms, not mechanisms. We are not made. We are not built. We were born, and then we grow. Right? We are not mechanisms. We were not made or built. We were born, and then we grow. So remember to love yourself. Show yourself some care. Because self-love is the highest form of attraction. So love yourself. Show yourself some care. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself. Right? And as you're doing all this stuff, genuinely mean it. Be authentic. Be genuine with yourself. Because you cannot escape your body. You live in your body. So learn to love your body. Learn to love yourself. You are magnificent. Your mind is beautiful. Your mind is a magnet. Attract positive things. I understand that this whole love and light thing. I get all that. Don't worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? Be more growth oriented. Be more growth oriented. And with that being said, y'all stay hydrated. Drink a lot of alkaline based waters. Right? Eat healthy, because again, health is both. Your skin replaces every 35 days, your organs replace every 3 to 6 months, and your bones replace every 10 years. And just remember that we are energy. That's how I know you matter. E equals MC squared. It's even in mathematics. Shout out to Albert Einstein. And with that being said, peace.